Yo, what up, Jew? I'm just making a post right now about it on Instagram. I gotta get that out of the way before we get started, so just give me a minute, but yeah, drop some comments in the chat. I'll read them off once we get started, or before we get started. I guess Gervonta reacted to Victor Conte's passing, and he said, "It's a good day in the sport." My goodness. All right, let me just send a DM to Harry Mack and let him know that we're live now, and I'll be ready for him whenever. 1 second. Bro, I just realized I also gotta post the link to my story. I'm live now. So, whenever you wanna hop on a call and we'll update my viewers. Okay. Let me post a link to the story. But it's like, is this the right call? Should they have kept the fight on? I mean, shit. There's definitely an argument for it, I would say. But, at the end of the day, we do gotta protect the women out there, right? And if he's doing dirtball things, I'm not gonna beat up Jake Paul too much for canceling the fight. You know, he probably wishes he could make some money off the fight too, so I don't think he's stoked that he's not gonna be fighting Tank, but whatever. Let me just post it to the story and then we can start. Jake Paul versus Gervonta. What else is in the title? Oh, Harry Mack's debut, that's right. Okay, let's put Harry Mack's debut. So yeah, Harry Mack's coming on, boys, in a couple hours. Maybe about an hour. Harry Mack's coming on, alright? I just ate a fucking bean and cheese burrito. And I feel like I got a bean in my fucking tooth. Desperado. Shout out everybody watching. We're approaching 30 days straight, boys. This was a breeze. This was a breeze. This was a breeze, I'm telling you. 30 days consecutive streaming was my goal. And I think we're going to breeze right past it. I got stamina to go more. But at the same time, I've been debating, like, am I giving you guys too much of myself? Like, hopefully people aren't getting sick of me every day. So. But as long as you guys want me here, I think I'll be here. Okay. Yeah, so what's going on, boys? What's going on? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Jake Paul, Tank Davis is off. You know what I mean? It's a damn shame. But hey, like I said, I can't blame Jake too much. I really can't. You know, how are you gonna beat up a guy? No pun intended. But how are you gonna beat up the guy for making a decision like that? You know. But I was looking forward to the fight. I was definitely looking forward to the fight. What up, Tuxedo? What up, Tom Barry? What up, Jew? What up, everybody? Um. So yeah, I was looking forward to the fight. But Jake Paul versus Tank Davis officially off. You know, I was saying, I was like, bro, no way they're canceling this fight. This is some bullshit ass, nonchalant promo. And I was wrong. I was wrong, for sure. It wasn't nonchalant promo. Because they were getting everybody to post headlines about it. And I'm like, dude, why is everybody posting headlines about this? But, hey, it turned out they canceled the fight. They couldn't find Jake a new opponent. Some news about Francis Ngannou getting the offer today and stuff like that. We'll get into all of it. But maybe I'll just read this statement first. Just one moment. I'll give you guys the official statement, and then we will look at some more of the details. Okay, so the statement goes, Netflix will no longer move forward with Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Plans remain for a Jake Paul headlined event on Netflix in 2025. So they don't even got a month, you know what I mean? But they are saying 2025. So maybe, you know what I'm saying, at least before the end of December. Most valuable promotions in Netflix have announced that Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Davis, originally scheduled for Friday, November 14th at the Casilla Center in Miami, Florida, will no longer be moving forward. Our team has worked closely with all parties to navigate this situation responsibly, said Nakisa Badarian, CEO of MVP. While we will not be moving forward with this event, our plan still remains for Jake Paul to headline an event on Netflix in 2025. Details regarding a new date, location, Jake's opponent, and additional bouts will be shared as soon as they are finalized. We thank Netflix, the Casilla Center, and the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino for their partnership. Quote unquote there. MVP appreciates the continued support and understanding of our athletes, partners, sponsors, and fans as we work to finalize updated event plans. Fans who purchase tickets via Ticketmaster for the Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Davis event will get an automatic refund through their original point of purchase within 14 to 21 days. Fans who purchased through secondary markets should contact them for ticket assistance. Please contact ticketoffice@heat.com. MVP thanks everyone for their patience and looks forward to delivering an extraordinary boxing event in 2025 live globally on Netflix. Just let them fight, says James Steele. I'm pretty much of that. I'm pretty much of that belief, bro. Like I'm not gonna be mad at it, like I said. But if you ask me, like let these boys fight, bro. You know, this is Tank's situation. Who knows? He's probably, like we talked about in the previous stream, when the charges got announced, not the charges, but the civil lawsuit got announced with Tank. We talked about it on stream. Tank's probably gonna pay this girl off, right? Some hush money, and she's gonna drop the charges. So, like, I mean, that's probably gonna happen regardless if Jake cancels this fight or not. Like, that's probably happening regardless. She's a stripper. She don't got bread like that to go to battle with Tank in court, you know. And in the past, we assume that's probably what happened as far as the previous drop charges with Tank's baby mama. So just to kind of say that again, I feel like, you know, if it comes out 2-3 months from now that Tank, once again, is exonerated of his allegations of domestic violence, right, and the girl drops all charges, drops the civil lawsuit and settles out of court per se, then, I mean, why did they even cancel the fight? It's not going to make sense then. And I guess Francis Ngannou had something to say.
how can they go from like
So it's a TMZ interview. Francis says he was insulted by Jake Paul's offer to replace Tank. How can they go from Gervonta Davis to Francis Ngannou? It makes no sense. I was so confused. I'm like, no, bro, come on, don't disrespect me like that. I'm not interested. What's the disrespect? Like, why are you comparing yourself to Tank? Like, since when is being a replacement a reflection of the opponent you're replacing? Like, why would that be offensive? Let's hear it. Let's hear him out. Unless he said he's not fighting, how can they just push Davis out of the fight? Louis, maybe a clause. Maybe a clause. I mean, how else would they have that legal right? Probably a clause. Legally, what grounds is that? Yeah. There got to be a clause in the contract. Like, we could terminate the deal if, a legal battle comes about, per se. But you got Tank reacting to Victor Conte's passing on his story today, which was interesting. So he's unbothered. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Maybe he should have just fought Lamont Roach, bro, at this point. Because Netflix. Okay. Maybe, James. Maybe. That's a good, I'm assuming that's just a guess, so that's a good guess. Okay, let's watch this. Francis talking about getting offered to be the replacement in the Jake Paul versus Tank fight.
how can how,
Oh, hold on. Let me get my... Watch this. Francis. Okay.
how can they go from like Gervonta Davis to Francis Ngannou? Come on, like the way different and everything, it make no sense. It make no sense. Nikisa reached out the other day and tell me how they need a replacement for Gervonta. Then I say, okay, what can I do for you? He said, yeah, we're looking for a replacement, but I still haven't get it. I was like, okay, then what exactly can I do for you? Like we think about you to fight Jake. I'm like, what? I'm like, who's Jake? I was so confused. I'm like, no, bro, come on. Don't disrespect me like that. He sent out some number. I'm like, it's not about the number. I'm not just interested. He make no sense for me.
Is it flattering at least that they're thinking about you?
I think it's disrespectful instead. What flattering? Come on. How can they go from like Gervonta?
Okay, I low-key see Francis's point a little bit. He's almost... This is what most fighters should say. You're not a real fighter, and I don't really want to fight you. Like you're not in my league, you're not in my conversation. Like this exhibition bout. Like, you know what I mean? You're using my name to build it because you can't just sell it on your own, right? Like you need that 50-50. You feel me, right? He needs that 50-50. Like Jake Paul can bring something to the table, but by himself, we've seen it with some of his opponents. They don't do numbers at all. He's done doing those. But Francis is like, nah, bro. Nah. I can respect it. I was just of the mindset too, though, like, why not? Easy lick. Beat his ass. Knock him out. Take a boatload of money. Prove there's levels to this. I mean, why not? Why not? I want to see Ngannou versus Jake. I want to see Aspinall versus Jake. Jake could easily call Richard Torres Jr. I bet you Richard Torres Jr. would take that fight. Francis ain't a easy buy these days. Yeah. Well, I guess they gave him like a crazy number because he's like, no, it's not about the money. So it's about principle. So no matter how much, he's going to say no. Which is interesting. Has he been arrested? I heard the woman filed charges, but what happened? Louis. So yeah, the woman filed a police report. I think it's probably being investigated, and Tank hasn't been arrested as of now. But I assume there could be a arrest coming if they do find evidence that the girl is telling the truth. But Tank is just out right now doing his thing. Perry Punch will take the fight. Bro, I'm just about as big as Jake Paul. Like, people be talking about Jake Paul like he's some big old dude. I'm just as big as Jake Paul. I'm definitely more shredded than Jake Paul. I'm definitely more shredded than Jake Paul. 100,000%. But what, Jake Paul weighs like 220? I'm only like 200. Is Jake Paul really 220 though? What was he gonna fight Tank at? Oh yeah, Jake 195. Like, look at him, bro. Look at Jake. I'm 200 shredded. 200 shredded, bro. Jake, like, 220, like, jeez Louise, bro. Jeez Louise. Give me the fight, boys. But come on, I don't box. If we're being real, I don't box. Jake Paul would probably beat my ass. Gotta keep it a buck. Nah, that just means he needs more money. Alright, Jew, alright. Civil charges shouldn't stop the fight even on a clause, but I think the police charges are the thing. Even if he did it, you can be arrested and still fight. In some cases, that is. So yeah, maybe there's a pending police investigation. They canceled it because, you know, he could potentially get arrested any day now. Potentially. So it's like, why take the risk and keep the fight up in the air with an arrest potentially coming if they find the evidence? I got you. I got you. Well, then they should have gave Francis more money. Right, Jew? They should have gave Francis more money. Maybe he would have taken the fight on November 14th. But who are they going to fight now? Who will be the replacement for Jake Paul? What kind of, you know, circus act will they pull out of their hat next? Who will it be? It's going to be like a Darren Till type. You know, it's going to be somebody like that. He's thinking. They're cooking it up right now. Look at the height difference. What a circus. Bro's reach is nubbed. Yeah, I was still intrigued to watch it, though. I honestly was. Because Tank can push that pace on Jake. And nobody really pushes a pace on Jake, unfortunately. And I really wanted to see that. Watch Jake call Tyson Fury. That would be crazy, bro. He lost to his fucking baby brother. Ain't no way he calling Tyson. Who can we dust off? Seriously. What kind of circus act is out there? Robbie Lawler? Watch it be Robbie Lawler, bro. Jake Paul versus Robbie Lawler. I won't watch it if it's Robbie Lawler. Darren Till would be perfect. Yeah, Jew. I would like the Darren Till fight. My only concern is Darren Till locked in an exclusive contract with Misfits. Jake Paul versus Ronda. Please. Give me that one. Oh, and by the way, just a side note, completely random, but Isaac Dulgarian had more fights left on his deal. The UFC released him, you know, off that loss. They didn't cite the betting allegations, the fight fixing allegations, but I was listening to Ariel's show today, and Ariel really subtly confirmed that Dulgarian had fights left on his deal. So, for the record, boys, I know we were talking about that last night, thinking the contract might have just expired, but no. Also, Ariel put the word released. You know, released does not mean, you know, that means they let him go. Till is locked, unfortunately. Damn. Well, thanks for the insight, Jess. How do you know that, though? They make him sign exclusive contracts at Misfits? Louis talking about Jake being ranked 14th at cruiserweight. Yeah, he is. Well, I don't know. They like appealed that shit. I never heard a follow up whether or not like Jake's ranking got taken from him. But is he ranked in the WBA? WBA cruiserweight rankings. So Jake Paul's ranked number 14. Let Rolly get it. Bro, Rolly would kill this guy with one fucking hand. But yeah, they say they're calling Ryan Garcia. Call Rolly. Call Rolly, bro. Why are you calling Ryan off a loss, bro? Call the guy that just beat Ryan. Honestly, Jude, that could be a viable option. That ain't even a troll. Why not Rolly? They called Ryan. Ryan locked up with Dazin, with Golden Boy. Maybe Rolly could take the fight. Rolly is like... I don't know the word I'm looking for, but he's like independent, you know? He makes his own calls, it seems like. But honestly, give Jake number 13. Goulamirian, 27-1 versus 12-1. Perfect, bro. How about this one? Poppin. You want to go fight Poppin? Let's give Jake a bigger ranking. Number 10. I think Jake's real good. I think Jake is super good. Why not give him number 10? Why not give him 11, 23-1? Why not give him 12, 13-0? You know what I mean? Go ahead and give Jake number 6 Cuban for all I care. Go back to WBA, you already got ranked, and go fight somebody, bro. This is actually more intriguing. Like, if I heard he's fighting number 12 or number 13th in the WBA, I would actually be like, okay, like, Jake's actually fighting somebody. Let's tune in. Like, how good is he? Let's find out now. But it's like, bro, you're missing the whole plot on that. And it's crazy because Jake has good promotional skills, but he doesn't understand the demand, you know, the thirst from the fans to see him fight a real guy. I keep saying Richard Torres Jr. How many times do I have to say Richard Torres Jr.? You know? How many times I gotta say it? Are you guys familiar with Richard Torres Jr.? I mean, honestly, somebody spam me in Richard Torres Jr.'s comments. Tell him I've been showing him love every fucking time we bring up Jake Paul. Alright? Tell him how much I've been showing this guy love. I've been showing this guy love every fucking night, bro. Every time I bring up Jake Paul, I tell you guys he needs to fight Richard Torres Jr. out of Tulare, California. Okay? NorCal boy, silver medalist in the Olympics. See? Olympic Games. Silver. Okay? (13-0). He got a fight coming up on the 15th. So he's fighting the day after Jake Paul was scheduled to fight. So everybody, you know, tap in with Richard Torres Jr. He got a fight coming up in 2 weeks. Now that Jake Paul versus Tank is off, perfect opportunity on Saturday. I believe that'll be a Saturday, right? Yes, Saturday. Tap in with Richard Torres Jr. since you're not getting a fight on Friday anymore on Netflix. You won't regret it, boys. 13-0, 11 KOs. This young man is the truth. He just, sometimes I think he might be a little bit undersized for his division. But that's my opinion. He fights at heavyweight, that's why. Jake Paul would never fucking come get this smoke. I'm telling you, boys. Jake Paul would never get this smoke from curly hair, blue eyes, alright? He would never even dream of it. Jake not doing that, Just Tar says. I don't know if Hart's talking about the rankings or Torres Jr., but we all know he ain't doing either one. Jew goes, I've been following Richard for a while. Yeah, Jew, I would have imagined since you're out of NorCal, Richard Torres, like the biggest, the best boxer coming out of NorCal right now. Silver medalist. You know what I mean? On the world stage. Jake Paul wouldn't go near him. People would watch it. Dude, that's what I'm saying, boys. That's what I'm saying. You see, I know how to draw up the interest, though. And at what point do we get to? Like, when should Jake fight a guy like this? When should Jake fight a guy like this? He's 12-1. Okay, that one is to Tommy fucking Fury, bro. Tommy fucking Fury. Give me like 3 months and I'm beating Tommy Fury's ass. He can't even finish a fucking triathlon. He fake runs that shit. You guys see in those videos? He like walks to the end and then he acts like he's running through it. Crazy work, Tommy Fury. And you beat Jake Paul. That's crazy. It's insane. Jake gonna try to fight Manny Pacquiao? Seriously. Anything for Jake to fight like a super lopsided matchup with the biggest name possible. He won't fight Richard, bro. Yeah, we know. We know, Jew. Moneyberg needs this fight. Bro, Moneyberg needs to go up with against Sean Strickland. I don't know why Sean denied that shit. I would have fake played nice with Moneyberg and just ragdolled his ass. "100% Louis, boxer, his size and age, ranked in his organization. 100%. LMAO. What up, AJD? What up, AJD? Let him fight Mark Zuckerberg. Bro, Mark Zuckerberg annoys the fuck out of me. The way he kicks it with UFC fighters and he thinks he's actually good. Mark Zuckerberg is the perfect example I have. Like, watch this dude go get a fight. Watch Zuckerberg go fight eventually because he really thinks he's actually tough now. Like, there's a lot of guys in the UFC, in my opinion, they were just too stupid to know when to quit. Like, honestly. I think there's a lot of that in fighting in general, boxing too. That's what you call the journeyman, I think at one point he may have thought of having a real career, but I think he didn't progress in skill, so he does this stuff. I guess so, Louis. He identified the fact that he's not progressing. He probably thought he was really good, went up against real boxers, and then he's like, fuck, dude, I can't hang. We got to keep this going somehow, but we can't expose the gimmick. Because whatever happened with Jake Paul sparring at the Olympic Training Center, right? He was going to work with the guys there. Where's the footage? Where's the sparring footage of him getting the better of some guys? Does he even still go there? Jake Paul attaches his name to all kinds of weird shit. PFL. Perfect timing for Jake to take last minute ranked fighter. Because the UFC diminished their brains with late stoppages for clicks. Tom Berry's still on that. I know, Tom Berry. Zuckerberg and Moneyberg should do a sub-grappling match. He would be a good first public match for Moneyberg. Bro, Zuckerberg's stupid enough to do it. And Zuckerberg and Moneyberg is too good. But yeah, that's what I was saying about Zuckerberg. He's your prime example. Like, there's UFC fighters who are like Moneyberg. That's my point. Or not Moneyberg, Zuckerberg. They're a little bit tougher than Zuckerberg, but they're just as delusional, You see it. You see the squares in the UFC who come on. I'll give you an example of one that's not that, but he looks like a square. Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey actually tough as hell, but there's a lot of Sam Alvey bitch boys that are in the UFC. I forgot PFL existed. T Wood gonna take the trilogy. Please don't, T Wood. Please don't, bro. Please don't, T Wood. Okay, so Buck just posted a video about Ngannou turning down the fight. Oh shit, let's watch it. Is it on YouTube, Soda Pop, or what? Or on Instagram? We got it here. Shout out Soda Pop.
In that Jake Paul fight or what, bro?
Shoot, you know Dana ain't gonna let us UFC fighters get into the boxing ring, but it is nice to see that Jake Paul is trying to take on any opponent that he can get right now. You seen the names that he listed? He's talking about Terrence Crawford.
I just gotta say real quick, you see him working on that double end bag? Knockout coming, bro. Knockout fucking coming. Knockout coming. The double end bag is good work. It's good fucking work. I'm just telling you, boys. Any people who train out there, the double end bag, good fucking work. What the fuck, bro?
He's talking about Ryan Garcia. He's talking about Nate Diaz. And then the last person, Francis Ngannou. And out of all those people, the last person I would expect to say no was Francis Ngannou, y'all. That is crazy. Like, at the end of the day, this sport all about getting money. We all prize fighters, right? And when Francis Ngannou said, man, I don't want to get disrespected, the best way to make somebody respect you is when you put your fist on their chin and knock them out, right? And you get money for it, and you get paid for it. I'm talking about how much money do you make and get where you ain't worried about the money no more. So they must be making some good bread, because I can't see it. I can't understand it. Because if you boxers and you fighters are really tired of Jake Paul fucking up boxing, then get his ass up out of there.
Are you hopping in that Jake Paul fight or what, bro?
Shoot, you know Dana ain't gonna let us UFC fighters get.
Good shit, good shit, good shit. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Joaquin 100% actually. Like, this is prize fighting. You come in here to fight for prizes. Like, of all the martial arts, MMA and boxing, you know, they gotta be, like sure, you know, you have some, whatever you call it, integrity in jiu-jitsu and karate and taekwondo, but this is fucking prize fighting. You know, it's different. Completely different. I would 100% agree with this. 100% agree. It ain't about, you know, I'm too good for him. This is prize fighting. If you got a good prize, go take it. Go take that fucking bread. And go shut down Jake Paul, more importantly, bro. Go shut down fucking Jake Paul, more importantly. And take the bread. Mask up, right? Put the ski mask on. Whenever it's a robbery, right? You put the ski mask on. And you go get that paper. So, I mean, Francis should be masking up and saying yes to Jake Paul. He should call him back right now and be like, hey, man, my bad. I was tripping. We'll fight him. I'd fight Jake Paul for 10K free bag. I don't care if I get KO'd. Bro, I want to fight somebody for a fucking bag like that. I'll do it for 10K. Someone give me 10K. Yeah, I'll fight anyone. I'll fight anyone for 10K. I'll be like one of these low profile UFC fighters taking like 2,500, 2,500. Buck posted on both. Oh, just to kind of knock off the other one on the title. This guy DJ Murky saying, you know, basically Francis's pride is what runs him, not money decisions. I'm convinced otherwise now. Fuck your pride, bro. Go get that paper. And like I said, shut down the whole Jake Paul fucking act, bro. Now Jake Paul gets to walk around and be like, Francis turned me down. So, you know, enjoy your honor while Jake Paul walks around saying that you turned him down. That's a solid dive. Who should I fucking run it with? There needs to be a celebrity like boxing match in the MMA world, and I'll be in it. I'll be in it for sure. I'll be in it for sure. Who should I go up against? The biggest one that could be made, I'm telling you guys right now, the biggest one that could be made is me versus Guru. Me versus Guru, baby. Me versus Guru. That's good money. You know. I like Guru's content, but I'm just saying. Imagine me versus Guru. You know? My neighbor. My neighbor and his two Labubus. Let's get it. Let's get it. Nah, the Labubus is gonna be the prize, and I'm burning those things once I fucking beat that ass. Alright. Let's, oh, it's a 2-minute thing. We don't need to watch the whole 2 minutes, right? Fight Cash App Patel. Cash Patel too old. You know what? Fuck it. Give me Crazy Kev. Give me fucking Crazy Kev, bro. Guru will be too worried about getting beat in public. Yeah, I feel that. His name's pretty big. Why take a beating? Guru probably doesn't even need to do a fight anymore. His career is booming. Okay, so this is the UFC's statement on the Isaac Dulgarian, Yadir Delval fight fixing scandal. Here's what they say. Like many professional sports organizations, UFC works with an independent betting integrity service to monitor wagering activity on our events. Our betting integrity partner, IC360, monitors wagering on every UFC event and is conducting a thorough review of the facts surrounding the Dulgarian vs. Delval bout on Saturday, November 1st. We take these allegations very seriously, and along with the health and safety of our fighters, nothing is more important than the integrity of our sport. Okay. So that's a statement from the UFC, right? Took them a whole fucking 48 hours to get that out. Soda Pop, it's perfect, bro. It's perfect. Crazy Kev is on the Delulu scales of Mark Zuckerberg. He probably thinks he would beat my ass, honestly. Crazy Kev definitely thinks he would beat my ass. So why not? Why not? Why not run it, bro? Why not run it? I'm not even trolling either. I would totally accept that and not feel bad about it for a single second. In his head, he's going to be like, I'm a lifelong karate instructor. No way he's beating my ass. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I am. No training camp needed. So Ariel came out today and he said that fighters, right? Fighters have been approached about throwing fights. I wonder who's approaching these fighters. Now, another thing, we talked about it last night, but 2 people have been accused of fight fixing. 2 people from UFC Vegas 110. We already know Isaac Dulgarian is one of them. He's been cut. Who's the second one? Who's the second one on UFC Vegas 110? Bestie to us. I ain't saying it again. If you heard it, you heard it. If you heard it, you heard it. But who's the other one on the card, you know? Fighters getting approached to throw fights is crazy. I thought it's the referees, bro. I didn't think it was the fighters getting approached. The fighters would be easier, though, to sway the results because, you know, they just lose or win. The referee really got to be, like, in the weeds trying to affect the result of the fight through, you know, their officiating. It would be easier to come up and approach the fighters. I never really considered that. But yeah, fighters are getting approached to throw fights. Ariel, you know, he inserted himself in this topic today, and I'll be honest, it's not like we really got any new info, but the new info is that fighters are being approached. Oh, so there's more too. Like, the Nevada State Athletic Commission withheld Isaac Dulgarian's entire purse on Saturday due to the irregular betting activity surrounding his fight. No timeline as to when or even if they will release it. Investigation pending. So the man didn't even get paid here. So hopefully he got a good bag for fixing that fight, bro. Because he didn't even get his fight purse. Watch the bag he got for throwing it be like just as much as his fight purse. That'd be the stupidest shit ever. Damn, Victor Conte was 75. I hope I live longer than 75 years. Where's the clip of Ariel talking about it? Okay, let's watch these, shall we?
There's a bigger story at play here, obviously. UFC was aware of this. They were made.
Real quick, Sodapod goes, Garrett Armfield made a post about his rain bet slips, LOL, what a dumbass. Garrett Armfield seems to always want to, like, get viral posts, though. Second one on last night's card is either Chang Ho Lee or David Onama. Damn, okay, Sodapop. I'm not sure. I didn't watch the Chang Ho Lee fight. But Onama, in connection with Kraus, that could be a good guess. The ref wouldn't always be a sure thing to fix the fight. Yeah, Louis, I would agree now. I would agree. I would agree. The going up to a fighter and having him fix it would be a way more sure bet. Way more sure bet. And we've seen it, right, with Derek Minner and then that other Chinese guy or something like that, right, before Minner. So there's a history of several fighters, at least 3 that we know of, getting approached to throw fights and actually basically throwing them. Imagine all the other ones who got approached. You know, there's probably people who have got away with it. Yeah, Soda Pop, you must not have heard me cough. I don't take that offensively. I just coughed and kind of said that. I didn't want to say it clearly though. But yeah. Yeah, and then, like, I don't know, SD with the rolling thunders and the spinning back fists. The way that the submission kind of happened, how I was like, I feel like he could have got out of that. Remember I called that? I was like, damn, SD could have got out of that. That wasn't even really like a Darce. He should have just rolled to his back. He would have been fine. Shit, man. To be honest with you, I saw a couple posts on X accusing him. At least one post I saw. If I speak to him, I'll ask him straight up. He's always honest. He would never admit it if it was true though. But yeah, there was a suspicious fucking, you know, there's one other fight fixing bandit that hasn't been caught yet from UFC Vegas 110. There's one other fight fixing bandit. Drop your guesses in the chat, boys. Who's the other fight fixing bandit? SD or oh shit. Soda Pop. Gosh dang, Soda Pop, your name is so fucking like similar to his initials. Never realized that. Soda Pop just gave his guess. Give your guesses. But in the meantime, let's listen to Ariel talk about this gambling situation. I don't think he tells much.
Made aware of it. And my understanding is there were conversations with Dulgarian and his team about this activity and questioning him, what is going on? And multiple times he said that, according to my sources, that, you know, he was good to go, that there was nothing of this sort happening, and you know, there was nothing to worry about, essentially. Now, I have talked to multiple people who have known Isaac for a long time and who have trained with Isaac and who have heard about training sessions. And I have been told that in the gym, he goes up against some of the best fighters in the world, the Yusuf Salals of the world, the Corey Sandhagens of the world, like some of the top guys in that area, in the Denver area. And not only does he go toe-to-toe, but sometimes gets the better of them. And I've been told that he is an absolute stud. And those same people had the same reaction that Daniel Cormier had the same reaction that Michael Chiesa had, which was, what the hell was going on? What was that? Now, to the best of my knowledge, well, actually, I know this for a fact, like the broadcast team wasn't aware. But so all of that was very genuine. Like not
Gosh damn it. Gosh damn it. I wasn't even saying anything crazy. I was actually saying that you guys, I was calling you guys out. You guys didn't inform me that there was this fight fixing scandal during the live stream on Saturday. So in the future, boys, I need you to drop that in the chat. Be like, yo, there's a fight fixing scandal coming up right here with Dulgarian. But it seems like none of you guys knew it because the whole event, even through the main event, nobody commented fight fixing, fight fixing. But as soon as I got off, I saw that shit all over Twitter. So if you did know about it and you didn't comment it and you were watching the live stream, bruh. All right? Water under the bridge now, but in the future, you know, help me out because I got to be entertaining you guys. You know, so I'm not scrolling on Twitter super heavy, so I completely missed that shit. So that's all. That's all I paused it for.
following through on the takedown, not fighting the hands, just punching when, you know, that arm is sunken in under the chin. It was all very unlike him. And as both DC and Chiesa rightly said, it was like white belt stuff. And he's not a white belt. And he doesn't fight like a white belt. And I don't mean white belt in jiu-jitsu only. I mean like white belt in MMA. So all of that led.
Thanks for the heads up on that one then, Soda Pop. The minor heads up. Jew, I found out from you, LOL. Fair enough. It seems like you guys didn't know. I couldn't even post the recap video I did because I was giving fucking Isaac credit, bro. I look so fucking dumb in that, but it's all good. I didn't post it. Unbroken, what up, Unbroken? You would definitely get Soda Pop. You would definitely get KO. all right.
To more suspicion. After he was asked multiple times to continue, like there were people that were wondering, like this, you know, this seems a little bit odd, and obviously the radar is up. There was the Derek Minner situation of a few years ago. There's all this other stuff going on in the world of basketball, the NBA to be particular. And I believe that in this case, the UFC should have just pulled the fight. What's the point? Just pull the fight. There's nothing in the contract that states you can't pull the fight. Pull the fight. Why lead yourself to this? To be clear, I don't think the UFC had anything to do with any sort of nefarious activity. Nothing that has been said to me would suggest that in any way, shape, or form. But if there are clear signs of some weird stuff going on, some weird gambling activity going on, if he's not quite acting himself back there, pull the fight. Why? Like, it's not worth it. It's a mid-tier fight on an Apex card that could lead to so much more. And by the way, even if they did pull the fight, the fact that this stuff was already happening should lead to an investigation. If in fact he was in agreement to throw a fight, to work a fight, that should lead to a release. But still, it's a stain on the company. It's a stain on the UFC. Can't just wash your hands of it. As we just said, the fight went through. He looked awful. He got submitted by a guy who should have never submitted him, especially not in the first round. That leads to more questions. That leads to more speculation. Following day, released, a guy who was never on the chopping block, so to speak, in the morning, officially, the release is attributed to the loss. They can cut you after a loss, but we all know what's going on there. We all know what's going on there.
What up, Saturday? Yeah, so Saturday in the chat right now. Me, Saturday, MTK, 3-Man Wednesday podcast, finally happening. I'm looking forward to it. I will see you there Saturday. A long time coming. I've been speaking about this for a while. I've been wanting to do the 3-man, so, yeah, 2 days from now, on Wednesday. I keep thinking it's already Tuesday. But yeah, Wednesday, boys, 3:30 p.m. start time. Me, I am Saturday, MTK, 3-man pod. Hopefully we get some good headlines, some good news. We'll see what happens. But I wanted to watch this clip real quick. Are fixed fights becoming a bigger problem in MMA than people realize? And I just wanted to also add this in real quick. It's like, bro, all right, Ariel's cool to do what he does and kind of like hop on these trends, but I'm just saying, I take a lot more satisfaction in the fact that I fucking was talking about this shit all last week before the Dulgarian situation happened this weekend. Like, go out on a limb, bro. Like, go out on a fucking limb and then start, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I went out on a limb and said that shit. Ariel probably did have an inkling too, but he didn't go out on a limb. He doesn't have to, though. I have to. I gotta give the juicy takes. Okay, I don't know. Another 2-minute 51 clip. 2-minute 51 second clip. It happened the last time they had UFC in Mexico. The odds went crazy while 50 cartel members were sitting front row. Damn. What if the Dulgarian fight wasn't even fixed, but he just can't fight at all? That would be brutal. But I guess that would be a better case than him fixing it. I just want to know who's approaching these guys to fucking get them to throw fights. Like, who's coming up to them? Turkey El Sheik? Like, who got the fucking money to come up to these guys and not get snitched on? Alright, fight fixing allegations from Ariel himself. Let's hear it.
My understanding is this is on the FBI's radar. How deep of an investigation is unclear at this time. This is all very new. But yes, it is accurate. I believe there's a gentleman named Harry Mack on social media who is having a nice little victory tour.
Harry Mack coming on the pod. Harry Mack coming on in a couple hours, or not even a couple hours. I'm just waiting on him to send me a message. I'm gonna send him another one real quick. Alright, I just messaged Harry Mack again. Damn, my voice just cracked. That's crazy. Damn. See, even Luke Thomas just said, who the fuck are these shadowy figures approaching fighters to fix fights? Bro, who are these fucking people? Who are these people coming up to fighters? Is it Turkey Al Sheik? Like, it can't just be Joe fucking Schmo off the street. Like, this gotta be a serious thing. I gotta call some people and see what, you know, if they ever been approached. I see Soda Pop saying something about Vince Morales, and I'm seeing this tweet right here, Soda Pop. But yeah, 10-fight UFC veteran Vanessa Demopoulos also says she was approached. Yeah, people have approached me to throw fights also. My integrity could never. We've spent our lives learning skills and honoring the sport. Can't believe people compromise their morals like that. Demo, why wouldn't you fucking say something about that? Why wouldn't you just wait till now? Damn, Vince Morales said he was offered 70K. I see that right now, Soda Pop. Vince Morales and Vanessa came out and said they were being approached. I don't know if you saw. I literally saw as soon as I opened up fucking X. Vince Morales goes, all this throwing the fight stuff is crazy. I've been approached about doing it and it's not something I could live with, even though I ended up losing the damn fight anyways. That's some, hey, if you're Kevin Holland, that's some real shit from the shitter. But Vince Morales goes, or somebody asks, how much were you offered? He goes, pennies considering how big of a deal it is, 70K. Dude, Vince, say who the fuck came up to you. But they don't want to get rolled. Damn. Seriously, Soda Pop, it's like now you're gonna get called in by the FBI and they're gonna ask you for the names of the people, right, who offered you that 70K. And they're not just saying that from a random ass DM, you know, it's somebody they fucking personally know. Are they involved with Jason House? He is, huh? Vince Morales is involved with Jason House, is he not? Vince Morales with Iridium Sports Agency? Who's Vanessa Demopoulos with? Iridium? Huh? Who's Demopoulos with? Ah, she follows Jason House. Say it ain't so. Guess who else a part of it? Isaac Dulgarian. What if it's John Anik and we were calling him out for being shady a week ago? Bro, John Anik is a crazy guest, but I'm not gonna eliminate it. John Anik is open about how much he loves fucking gambling. It could be, bro. Could it be John Anik? I told you, bro. I don't trust that motherfucker. I don't trust Anik at all, bro. He could grow a luscious, beautiful head of hair, and he shaves that shit bald, bro. And he ain't on no Andrew Tate shit either, alright? So I don't want to fucking hear it. Only bosses do that. Like, only a boss goes from luscious head of hair to bald. Like, you're a fucking, like, commentator, bro. Relax. Can someone confirm or deny to me that Vanessa Demopoulos is a part of Iridium? I'm not gonna stop scrolling till I see her. I've made it this far. I'm about to give up though. You gotta be Dawn to go bald. Not 100% Jew. Like, come on, bro. Think about it. John Anik definitely went bald to be like a power move, like alpha male. It's like, Anik, bro. You're a fucking commentator. You ain't no boss, dude. I'm not seeing any Vanessa Demopoulos, but I know she signed to Iridium. I just know it. I mean, she follows it, doesn't she? Iridium. Yeah, she follows Iridium. She definitely a part of Iridium Sports Agency. So what's the deal? Is Iridium Sports Agency? Yo, she is. Okay, thank you, Soda Pop, for confirming it. I figured. So what's going on with Jason House? Harry Mack's been saying some shit. I need Harry Mack on this motherfucker, bro. And I don't want to reveal it yet, but I have a funny question for Mr. Harry Mack. A very hairy question. So Soda Pop just sent me something about Onama thanking Skinny Betts. I've heard other fighters thanking Skinny Betts. I thought that Skinny Betts paid him for a shout out, but I don't know. So I guess Skinny Betts put out like that the Onama fight would end over 1.5 rounds. Yeah, Soda Pop sent it to me right here. Vanessa Demopoulos and Vince Morales are part of Iridium. And since I'm on the topic, man, let me pull it up on X. We'll come back to this. Let me just duplicate this tab. Thanks for sending me that, Soda Pop. I want to look at Harry Mack's tweets because he said he reached out to Jason House. Bro, Harry Mack better not go on this stupid ass fucking podcast before mine. This shit ain't getting no views. I ain't never heard of this arch in my life. Harry Mack, you better come on here today, bro, or you're fucking ducking. Ducking heavy, Harry Mack. I sent you a second message too. Don't play with me, Harry Mack. Don't fucking play. But anyway, Harry Mack, some of his tweets from today, alright? So, you know, when Ariel went ahead and confirmed that Harry Mack is telling the truth about this betting scandal, he used it to clap back, everyone say you're sorry, because Ariel said, I've gathered a ton of info on this gambling story. We'll share what happens at the top of the hour on the show. And obviously, we already discussed it. Ariel confirmed that fighters have been approached to fix fights. Demopoulos, Vince Morales coming out, admitting to it that they've been approached. And it all originated with Mr. Harry Mack himself. Okay? Harry Mack broke the news. He's been getting a lot of shit. People telling him he's fake news. But you got to read between the lines sometimes. Maybe I just got a good intuition when it comes to these things. But I don't know how to explain it. But I saw everybody going against him. And I was like, oh, he's telling the truth, bro. Like, everybody going against this guy, he got to be telling the truth. You know what I mean? So I reached out immediately. And this motherfucker better come on. But here's what else he's saying. For those demanding red meat, I've reached out to a certain MMA manager as a professional courtesy to give him a chance to explain himself. Should he not explain himself, I'll share what I have without his explanations. Harry says, LMAO, I wish I was just joking, but I just got new information that's going to make things much worse 8 hours ago. Well, Harry, you can share it here, bro. You're going to go on some no-name fucking show before you come on here, and you're going to piss me the fuck off. To be clear, there is still a very big issue here. The UFC knew of a fight with extremely abnormal betting activity, 16 million handle on an Apex premium. Oh, my bad. 16 million handle on an Apex prelim. And the UFC and Dulgarian's team proceeded anyway. Heads are still going to roll, but it's unclear who at this point. For whatever it's worth, the guy seemed genuinely distraught and appreciative. Someone wanted his side. Notably, House states he has not had contact with James Krause since the Minner scandal and cooperated with authorities in that case. Credit to Jason House for taking my call. He maintains he and Iridium had no knowledge of any abnormalities with Dulgarian. House says he's committed to working with authorities and has assured me he will cut ties with Isaac if it's deemed he engaged in misconduct. Damn, Jason House is about to fucking snitch, boys. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Jason House is about to fucking snitch. Become a federal fucking informant. Alright, you heard it here first. You heard it here first, bro. Jason House about to become a federal fucking informant. I'm sorry, but he said he's committed to working with authorities and has assured me he will cut ties with Isaac if it's deemed he engaged in misconduct. Bro, tell me you're snitching without telling me you're fucking snitching. This dude is going to find himself, Jason House. I'm on a limb here. I'm on a fucking limb. But I'm going to predict this. I'm guessing. Okay, this is a guess, a prediction. Jason House about to find himself in the center of this fucking scandal, bro. I don't know how. I don't know why. All I know is several of his fighters, including the one last fucking night, including James Krause, including Derek fucking Minner, including Vince Morales, including Vanessa Demopoulos. Everybody who's talked about being tied in with fixing fights is signed under this fucking man. We just said, who's doing it? Who's making the calls? It might not be House, but House might be compromised. Let me tell you guys something else, okay? Jason House has had a mole in his fight camp for the longest, okay? Magic Bets has been breaking fight news from Iridium Sports Agency fighters for the longest fucking time. I can sense it. I can smell it. All right? Nobody talks about this stuff, but you got to read between the lines. And I'm telling you, unattached to this, months ago, when Marcus McGee versus Peter Yan got leaked by Magic Bets, okay, I knew then there's a fucking mole in this camp because fights kept getting leaked. There's previous fights before that got leaked. All right? I'm just tying all this in because I don't know how Jason House is going to find himself at the center of this investigation, but I believe he is, and I believe it also ties into the fact that he has a mole in his agency. Who's the mole who's leaking fights in his agency? There's a mole. He got a mole in his agency leaking fights, okay? He has like 7 fucking fighters accused of fight fixing. Name one other fighter from one other agency that's accused of fight fixing so we can even the shit out. Name one other fighter from another sports agency accused of fight fixing so we can even this shit out. We're going to go with the Asian guy, aren't we? From a few years ago. Okay, if that's the only one, that's the only one. But what are the odds? So Harry Mack also saying, just to provide extra context, I already read this, but bear with me. He was speaking about Jason House here. He goes, the guy seemed genuinely distraught and appreciative someone wanted his side. Interesting. Sounds like he was manipulating, trying to get you to like him, trying to be buddy-buddy with you. He was appreciative someone wanted his side. Not that ain't the Jason House I think I know. And I don't know Jason House personally, but, you know, coming up, right, trying to get interviews with fighters, I DM Jason House a time or two. You can never get through to this fucking guy. But somehow, as soon as Harry Mack starts talking about this shit, and hints, he never even name dropped James Krause. He said, reach out to a certain MMA manager, right? And Jason House is over here answering his fucking call. I'm telling you, boys, this is fishy as hell. MMA managers do not give a fuck about the media. Jason House was going in on Magic Bets for leaking the Marcus McGee Peter Yan fight. when he turned out to be right about that. You know, Jason House goes after people all the time for posting about fake news, right? He has no respect for media accounts, but he is happy to hear from this guy and appreciative and telling him he's committed to cutting ties with Isaac, committed to working with the authorities. Jason House is a fucking snitch. He's going to find himself at the center of this fucking investigation. I know it, bro. I fucking know it. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. Mark your calendars. November fucking 3rd, I predicted Jason House's and Iridium Sports Agency's demise. Okay? Jason House and Iridium Sports Agency's demise, bro, is coming. I don't know how. I don't know when. I don't know why. But I know it's coming, boys. I know it's coming. So he avoided federal fucking prison. Wow, remember when Pride got shut down for being literally ran by the Yakuza? Tonberry, I do. I don't remember it, but I know about it. I know about it. Okay, so these are Harry Mack's tweets. And, here we'll go back to this aerial video. And that should wrap up this topic at least. But let me know your guys' thoughts. Is Jason House and Iridium Sports Agency going down now that I just said that? What do you guys think? Am I on to something or no? Am I on to something or no? Is Jason House fishy or no? He being friendly as hell with this guy who's accusing him of fight fixing. The fuck is going on? Because if he was a fucking dumbass, right? If he was a dumbass accusing people of fight fixing who he has no business accusing him of, they would treat him like a dumbass, wouldn't they? They would treat him like a dumbass, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they? Okay then.
After all of this, and I'm sure he's going to have another one. I'm not familiar with his work, but he did write that yesterday. And so that is my understanding. And my understanding is that this is not an isolated incident. And what I mean by that is I have talked to multiple people who have either experienced or know of others who experienced situations where they have been approached about their willingness to do something like this. So I have been told by multiple people that they have been approached, they have been talked to and said, are you interested in this? Are you interested in throwing a fight for X amount of dollars? Believe that's what happened with Derek Minner. And all signs right now are pointing to something of that sort happening here. This is a massive issue for the UFC. And when you consider, now I haven't been told this part that I'm about to say, but when you consider the questionable refereeing as of late, you can't help, I said this last week, you can't help but let your mind go there as well, because there's no other possible explanation for some of the wacky stuff that we have seen as of late. And it's very easy to do. It's extremely easy to do. We've seen it. We've now seen it in broad daylight multiple times. And I think what is happening here, adding 1 + 1 + 1, I believe what is happening here is people are preying on lower level fighters who don't make a lot of money, who are in tough spots, who are fighting in the major leagues, and they're offering them a quick fix. They're not going to like the top dogs, but they're offering a quick fix to the lower level fighters. How prevalent is this? I can't tell you. But I've now heard it multiple occasions in my conversations over the past 24 plus hours saying, are you interested? And that's a huge problem. And so how big of a story this becomes remains to be seen. But this is happening in gyms, in private. This is a big story.
I believe too. Just an inkling, boys. He'll probably never let us, reveal enough info to let us know for sure. I believe he knows what I'm saying already. You know what I mean? Jason fucking House. The crazy thing is that he is friends with House and he uses him to get interviews and shit. So let's see what happens here. You know, this is the integrity part that people talk about. You know, you rely on, not that people talk about, but, you know, just in my opinion, my own personal integrity, like, I would, like, how do I say this? Should he keep fucking with House because House gives him interview if House is getting, you know, involved in this fight fixing scheme? Should he keep the relationship with House? Or should he tarnish it with House and expose him on his show? I don't know. Depends how good their relationship is, to be honest with you. It's a tough spot. But I'm just telling you guys, he's pretty close with Jason House. I believe he has some type of inkling of what's been going on. And I'd like to see, you know, how does his relationship with Jason House proceed moving forward? If you see that Ariel has pretty much cut ties with Jason House, that'll tell you a lot too. That'll tell you he doesn't really trust him. I should interview Zach K. Hubbard on rigged and scripted sports. Shit, I don't know who Zach K. Hubbard is, but I mostly do fighter interviews unless he's like an entertainer in the MMA space. I could look into it, but not sure about that, Unbroken. Not sure. Justin Heron said the only 3 people we know won't throw fights are JDM, Drickus, and Buck. 100%. I know I wouldn't even have to ask Joaquin if somebody offered it to him because they would know better. Nobody would even come up to him. Unusually fixed championship. Oh, damn, UFC. Okay, so that's the update. Bro, Harry Mack is getting cold feet. He's scared, bro. Harry Mack is terrified to come on, and that says something to me. But he said he was flying, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Breaking news, boys. Breaking news, okay? Breaking news. Ryan Garcia has been unbanned by the WBC. You know, he got banned, right, for those N-word comments, I believe. I'm not sure if it had to do with the failed drug test. Maybe it did, but Mauricio Solomon goes, the board of governors has voted in favor of lifting the ban on Ryan Garcia after a successful process which had been documented. The WBC has been very close to Ryan, his family, management, and promoter, and we trust a new life inside and outside the ring will begin. We welcome you with open arms and trust you'll be an ambassador for the new generation. So Ryan been unbanned from the WBC. Everybody loves the WBC. You know, WBC is the belt that a lot of guys want. That and the Ring Championship belt. The Ring Magazine belt. Harry got cold feet, that fucking dog, bro. You guys go message Harry, go comment on his fucking post and be like, yo, where are you? Where are you? Go on the Perry Punch podcast. If you guys could do that, if anybody wants to hear Harry, you should go comment on his fucking latest post and be like, we're all waiting for you on the Perry Punch podcast right now. Go tell him respond to Perry Punch. Ryan Garcia then tweeted, he goes, I'm officially unbanned from the WBC. I want to thank the WBC for seeing my efforts of change and making this decision. I'm ready to put that green and gold belt on and represent as a true champion. Let's go, Ryan Garcia. We wish you the best, brother. Bless up, my man. Bless up. So yeah, Ryan unbanned. That's kind of the news on the day. Kind of the news on the day. Ryan got banned for free speech in the USA. Yeah, right. Wasn't it for the N-word comments, Unbroken? Did I ever do voiceovers? You have one of the voices. No, Unbroken, I haven't. But I'm glad to hear that I got a decent voice, it sounds like. Because to be honest, I have no fucking clue what my voice sounds like. I think everybody hates to hear their voice back, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I watched back a lot of my content, and I don't mind hearing my voice anymore. But it took some getting used to. I hear boxers on videos say that all the time. The N-word, Louis? You're talking about the N-word? Ryan was crashing out, but I don't know why WBC had to ban his ass. Oh, I got something for you guys that we can look at. I got something for you guys. Oh shit, Jake just crashed out on Tank. Jake just crashed out on Tank. See, this is the benefit of being live, boys. And I'm just saying, if there's a demand... Yeah. Can't wait for Joshua Van to KO Pantoja and then Max Holloway to KO Oliveira. Let's go, Soda Pop. Let's go. Although, Soda Pop, I feel like it's a tough fight for Van. I'm going to just say it. But let's see. I will be very impressed with Van, and I'll give him all the credit if he beats Pantoja. I just lost my train of thought a little bit. I was speaking about something. The fuck was I speaking on a second ago? Oh, yes. I'm just going to say it one more time. I'm not going to keep fucking annoying you guys about it. But I'm just saying, if you want to hear from Harry Mack, Mr. Exclusive, right, about this whole shit, go on his latest post, right? Go on his latest post and say, we're waiting for you. Tell him we're waiting for him and tag me, all right? If you want to hear from him. Because this man ain't responding. But I know he's on fucking X, refreshing his feed and shit like that. Yes, do some Japanese anime English dubs, good money if you got the voice for it. Unbroken, I might go fucking apply for that like next week. I don't know where to apply for that, but I'm going to try to. That sounds like something I could do. Hopefully it's not time consuming. Honestly, that would be kind of sick, Unbroken. I'm not going to lie. I would do that shit. Shout out Unbroken for the recommendation, bro. I'm gonna get back to you on that. I'm actually gonna look into it when I get a minute. It might not be today. Might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. But one thing is true. I'm going to look into voiceovers. Shout out Brandon Moreno. Okay, Jake Paul went off on Tank. So here's what he says. I'm still laughing about the whole Brandon Moreno impression. Okay. It's very time consuming to do voice act. Damn, Bane. Fuck, man. I don't got that much time in the day. We got to lock in on this. I did one voiceover for this channel though. I did a voiceover after I had a private call with 4 extras last year. And then since I didn't have anything recorded, I just basically did a voiceover video telling you guys about our phone conversation. It's not a bad idea for content, voiceovers. Maybe I could make some on my own channel. But alright, I'm being distracted. Here's what Jake Paul said. I get 5%. Alright, Unbroken. You get 5% for sure. If it happens, you get 5%. Alright, Jake Paul. You know what they call those voiceovers too? What do you call it? Faceless YouTube channel. Yo, what up, Chris Alpha? Yeah, we got Chris in the chat right now. What up, Chris? Chris always supporting on Instagram. Thanks for all your support, Chris. I see it, brother. I see it. Don't think I don't. And I appreciate it, all right? So thanks for tapping into the stream today, too. All right. I've literally honey-dicked this for like 4 minutes now, so let me read it. Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots. To the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit. Oh my god. Beating women, I guess. I didn't want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary it's scary that devilish men like this can rise to the top of culture and sports, including in positions of power. I hope you people moving forward look beyond his fake streetwear pieces, swag, and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, it's on to the next one. As always, anyone, anytime, any place. Jake. Okay. Richard Torres Jr. Okay. Guli Mirion. Okay. Papine. We want to see it, Jake. Anyone, anytime, anywhere. Okay. Okay. Put your money where your mouth is, bro. And just to kind of go into this a little bit, you know, bizarre requests, showing up hours late to shoots is a part of boxing. It's a part of the game, right? It's a part of the game before the game, the mind games. So Jake's just using this to add to his case. The main reason why he turned down the fight, he canceled the fight, like he already said, it's because Tank is accused of beating the shit out of his girl. And okay. I'm not, I told you guys, I'm not, what am I going to say to Jake? You know? If he morally, because I knew that before he even said it, like, he doesn't want to give him the platform, he doesn't want to let him make more money, he finds him to be an abuser. So, okay, like, you know, I can't go against that. Not saying, like, everybody should do that, but it comes down to personal discretion. You know, Jake Paul is the promoter of MVP, or the owner of MVP, so he can make a call like that. He trying to sell this because from a legal standard it sounds odd how they can get rid of Davis so early in this they don't even know what really happened. Nah, Louis, I hear you. But like I said, Louis, we know that she filed a police report. So the fact that she did file a police report, I believe that's probably where the clause is in the contract to terminate the deal. A pure guess. It's a pure guess. But yeah, there's no way that they terminated it because this girl is filing a civil lawsuit against Tank. Maybe, though. But can't anyone open up a civil lawsuit against somebody? So maybe not. The tattoo should have been a red flag. Unbroken, what are the tattoos of? He's a pro boxer. Does he know how many pro boxers in history had these allegations? A lot. Now, Jake Paul is just, you know, hopping on it right now because it's going to get a lot of the attention. It just happened. So he's just milking it a little bit, going after Tank. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is, boys. But yeah, Tank, the same day that his fight gets canceled, he reacts to Victor Conte, not even his fight getting canceled. And he goes, "Good day in boxing. No more snack for you bastards." If she made a false police report, he could get her on that, but it's not likely she did. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm sure an investigation is unfolding. My biggest thing in this whole matter is like, bro, yes, Jake, you turned down the fight. You did turn down the fight. Well, you know what? I was going to say, if the girl takes the money and they settle, then why did Jake turn it down? But Jake is just reading between the lines and he's saying, no. Even if you settle, I believe that you might have assaulted her. And so I don't want, you know what I mean? I don't want to do business with you. And for me, like, you know, I can respect that. I can respect that decision at the very least. Because that's likely what's going to happen. Tank isn't going to watch C.H. Rogan step in on short notice. Haha. Yeah. Dude, C.H. Rogan, he be scrapping, but he sucks, bro. He fucking sucks. Like, he gets his ass fucking mollywopped by the Paul brothers. Like, no fight. But it's all good. It's all good. Shout out CH Rogeman. Yeah, that's pretty much the stream, boys. Berlanga versus Jake. Okay. All right, Chris. Berlanga versus Jake is a good one. I would be down for Berlanga. Let it be a real boxer at the very least, bro. Tired of calling over MMA fighters to fucking come do Jake Paul's dirty work. Damn, Lando Venata. Hey, Soda Pop, can you research this real quick? Soda Pop, let me know. Soda Pop, let me know real quick. Lando Venata connected with Iridium Sports Agency or not? Soda Pop, if you're still in the chat, let me know. Lando connected with Iridium Sports Agency or not? I just want to know, okay? I think I already know the answer, but please let me know. And shout out to everybody watching right now. Like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me. Martyr, Jake Paul lucky, Gervonta can't keep his hands to himself. I wanted to see the fight. I wanted to see the fucking fight, bro. I know all the disadvantages Tank was experiencing going into it, but I wanted to see the fight, bro. I wanted to see it. Martyr, like the video if you haven't, Martyr, and subscribe, homie, and subscribe. So, Ilya posted 2 fire-ass fucking quotes this morning. I gotta say, I gotta give the man credit. Fire-ass fucking quotes. I've been heard some of these before, but hearing it from Ilya, it hits different. So, Ilya goes, those who have the ability to... Let me restart. Ilya goes, those who have the ability to be grateful are the ones who have the ability to achieve greatness. Steve Maraboli. You know, boys, we were talking about this. Be grateful, boys. Be grateful for the good and the bad in your life, all right? For it all. Be grateful for it all, boys. The ability to be grateful are the ones who have the ability to achieve greatness. Even in the worst situations, you got to be grateful. And then he added another fire-ass fucking quote, bro. Like, this is spitting. And we've all heard this one before, maybe. But you just got to hear it again. My problem was I wanted to take people with me to the top who didn't even want to see me at the top. In other words, fake love show when you bout to blow, okay? Fake love show when you bout to blow. All right? Never forget it, boys. Fake love show when you bout to blow, all right? It's a damn shame, but the truth is the people who oftentimes come into your life, you know, when you are still trying to make it, right? That's who they identify you as. They don't want to know the new you, the boss you, right? They always want to keep you in that bubble, and it's super concerning to them because they almost don't want you to evolve past them, right? So you have to look out for this. There are people in your inner circle, if you're trying to achieve great things, that don't want to see it happen. They see you as eye to eye. Right? You two are peers. They want to keep it that way as long as possible. They will continue to pull you down and drag you down at every step of the way. You got to eliminate them, unfortunately. You know? One more time. My problem was I wanted to take people with me to the top who didn't even want to see me at the top, bro. Never fucking forget it. Never forget it. We've all had homies, you know, like this, in a sense. The envy is real. 100% it's real. And it's great timing on this. You know, obviously we know Ilya is going through a divorce now. So him and his girl recently broke up. And again, He's grateful, right? In the hardest time of his life. In the hardest time of his life. And what did I just tell you, boys? For the good and the bad, you got to be grateful. So Ilya's spitting, bro. Hey, prayers up for the next man who steps in the octagon to face this man. Prayers up. I mean, this man is fucking... Look at that. Hitting the sign of the cross 3 times before he dunks underwater. Hits it again when he comes back up. Tell me this man is locked in without telling me this man is locked in. Pray for Ilya's next opponent. And honestly, pray it's Paddy Pimblett. Pray it's Paddy Pimblett because, bro, Justin Gaethje, we can... Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. We're missing Soda Pop. Soda Pop needs to confirm with me, you know, about this person. Lando Venata. Oh, yeah, no, I'm still on. I'm still on. All right, boys, we're getting Harry Mack on right now. We're getting Harry Mack on right now. He messaged me a minute ago. We're getting Harry Mack on. All right, boys, intermission. Intermission while we wait for Harry Mack to come on. Harry Mack just messaged me. He just got home. Asked if I'm still going. I said I'm still on. Asked if he's free now, so we're going to get Harry Mack on. Let me just do a quick intermission. Okay, stay on here. And I'll be back in like 2 minutes. But we got Harry Mack coming on right now. Harry Mack coming on. I'm just waiting for his response. Soda Pop, let me know if Lando Venata was a part of Iridium. 1 second, boys. 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Bro, Harry Mack taking fucking forever, bro. Let's go, Harry Mack. I can see if he messaged me back on my desktop here. Because if he messages me, a blue thing will pop up here. And he hasn't messaged me back. I'm gonna call him. Hey boys, I'm gonna give him 10 minutes. At 9:15 Pacific, we're gonna call him. 9:15 Pacific, we're calling Harry Mack. $9:15 Pacific, we're calling Harry Mack. Oh gosh, Junior Dos Santos now just called out Jake. Damn, Vince Morales deleted his tweet. So much shit is going on, bro. I'm telling you, boys. I bet you Jason House passed. But what was the clock at? You know, what was the timer at?
We stopped the fight, then he retreated, but ultimately we were still able to close.
What's up with Floyd Mayweather and Israel? You guys been seeing this? Floyd speaking at the Republican Jewish Coalition. Before we watch this, let's look at Junior Dos Santos 1 second. So Junior Dos Santos happened to call this man out. These guys need money so bad.
To share something with you guys, something very important actually, you know, something that I never thought would be possible before, but now somehow I do. I think it is possible, you know. I'm here to challenge Jake Paul for that boxing fight. But wait. Don't judge me now. Wait a bit. Let me explain the thing, you know. Actually, you know, like many years, people have been saying, Junior, that, you know, Jake Paul have been fighting and things. They said, Junior, you're known as the boxing guy in the MMA world, you know. Why don't you challenge these guys, you know, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, whatever, you know, to make a fight? I know everybody knows you want to make a boxing fight in your career. Why don't you challenge them? But I said, man, they are not heavyweights. They will never accept, you know, a challenge from me or something like that, or from any heavyweight. And then they said, oh yeah, at the beginning, Jake Paul was fighting little guys, you know, and then he was winning the fights, and then he started fighting like real fighters, but grapplers, you know, and he was winning the fights, and people were saying, but he only fights grapplers, and then he fought strikers, but they said, oh, he only fighting old guys, and then somehow he was fighting real striking guys, MMA striking guys, you know, young, old, whatever. He was winning the fights. But then they said, okay, but he's not fighting real boxers, you know, he's not for real. And then he went out there and he fought a real boxer and he lost the fight, but he lost by split decision. One of the referees saw him winning the fight. How impressive that is, right? So today, nobody can say this guy's not a fighter. He is a boxing fighter and he's good. He has been beating people, you know, and that's the thing. And then
Bro, get to the fucking point, bro. What the fuck's going on here? Nobody listening anymore, Junior.
Now he was supposed to fight a legend, Tank Davis, who's much smaller, but I really believe it would be a good fight. Everybody was willing to see. But somehow Tank Davis is out of the fight. And with the challenge that he made to Tank Davis, he was also challenging Anthony Joshua, who's a heavyweight. And that's my point. And that's when I start believing, you know, to fight Jake Paul, it would be a reality. It would be possible, you know, something that I thought was impossible. Now it's possible because he's challenging a heavyweight and as good as Anthony Joshua is, you know. So, and when I saw Tank Davis going out of the fight, I told myself, man, that's the opportunity, you know, not just for me to go there and do a real boxing fight, but also to Jake Paul. to show the whole world, you know, how he can fight a heavyweight. You know, I think I'm gonna be the perfect test for him to kind of show the world that he can go there and have a good performance. He can go there and make a very good fight, or maybe even win the fight against Anthony Joshua. Don't you guys agree? Well, that's what I have in my mind right now, and that's what I tell you, Jake Paul. Let's fight. I'll replace Tank Davis on this fight, or for November, for December. You tell me, but let's fight. I'm the perfect test that you need to show the whole world that you can beat a heavyweight as well, or not.
Bro, that was annoying as hell. What the hell is going on here? Okay, oh yeah, Tom Berry says, this is why the old guard will always be more well regarded. They fought multiple fights in one night before they were fixed, and they fought for pennies but built a sport. No, I hear you. All right, I'm calling Harry Mack. I've had enough. Fucking sucks. Harry Mack. Fucking mollywop by the Paul brothers. Oh, what the hell? Wait, hold up. Jake looking for someone who fights at 50 pounds lighter than him. I'm calling Harry Mack. We're calling Harry Mack. Damn, Harry Mack unavailable. How much longer I'm supposed to wait, huh, boys? Harry fucking Mack, bro. Harry fucking Mack, bro. His mouth writing a check, his ass can't cash. Are you kidding me? We might call it a stream, boys. We'll watch this real quick. We'll watch this. Floyd Mayweather speaking at the Republican Jewish Coalition event. He's getting like a lot of backlash. I don't know why. Well, I think I know why, but.
I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel. The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice. Yeah! Why, Floyd? Why? Well, my best friend is Jewish. This is my brother. And if you have a problem with him, you have a problem with me. Yeah. So, no matter what it is, when it is, when you call on me, I'm there for you guys. Always. I don't care social media. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna be a voice. I'm gonna be the voice. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna stand strong. And no matter what I go through, no matter how much backlash I get, I live my life for me.
Amen.
Do you think Floyd is compromised financially with this? They're turning on us quick. Get Money Mayweather out of there. How much money they gave Mayweather for this? Floyd ain't losing them Bugattis for Gaza. LMAO.
I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel. The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. In Israel, I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Shout out to Floyd, I guess. They're saying this was a fixed one too. Bro, Harry Mack was a disappointment tonight, I'm not gonna lie. He told me he'd be free at 8, bro. My man, a disappointment. Alright, boys, I think that's gonna be the stream, honestly. I think that's gonna be the stream. Oh, Rolly wants...
So I guarantee every single one of you guys, in 1 week of training, I will stop him and I will end all these YouTubers.
Soda Pop, this motherfucker honey dicking the fuck out of me. He said, he told me, just walked into my house. You still going? That was at 9 o'clock. I responded a minute later. I said, I'm still on. You free now? No response. Called him, no answer. This fucking guy, bro. Bro, it's turning into Harry Whack in a second. It's gonna be a Harry Whack in a second. We're 10 seconds. We're a few minutes away from Harry fucking Whack, bro. I'm here killing fucking time. I got a bean and cheese burrito that half eaten that I could finish right now, like fucking Harry Mack. Anyway, here's Rolly saying he'll take Jake's ass any day of the week.
And on top of that, I'm tired of Jake Paul and all these circus shows he's doing. So I guarantee every single one of you guys, in 1 week of training, I will stop him and I will end all these YouTubers' hype because they're wasting our time in this sport because we want real fights. Why is he not fighting a cruiserweight? Why is he even wasting his time with a 135-pounder? And on top...
Yes, and why did he even call out Ryan Garcia when you just beat Ryan Garcia? He should call you out. You're Rolly. You know what I mean? Everybody think Rolly is a joke. Okay, fight Rolly. Worse than Mystic Mac? Dude, shit. He ain't delivering like Mystic Mac at all right now. Harry Mack the knife. Bro, Harry Mack. Bro, Harry Mack. All the viewers are fucking waiting on you, motherfucker. Damn, Soda Pop giving me the cosign to end stream. Alright, Soda Pop, shit. Harry Mack gonna honey dick. If it's 12, he's on Eastern time, so it's 12 p.m. there. If he ain't coming on now, he's not gonna come out at 1 fucking a.m., is he? This motherfucker, bro. This motherfucker. Alright, boys. Oh, wait, Soda Pop, before we end it. I think I'm gonna watch Whiplash. But before we end this, Soda Pop, can you double check for me? Was Lando Venata a part of Iridium Sports Agency? Because Lando Venata is another one who just came out admitting that he was approached for fight fixing. So please let me know real quick. Was Lando Venata a part of Iridium? And then we will end the stream. Pretty please. La La Land time. Where I can watch the Whiplash movie at? Been sober 26 days, John Perez. Let's go. Wait. What was the date 26 days ago? Hold on. John, don't go anywhere. Oh shit. So you went sober, John? Yo, John, you went sober the day after I started my streak of streaming. So right now I'm on 27 days of streaming. You've been sober for 26. Let's go, Josh. Let's get money. I'm going at least 30 days of streaming. So what's today? Monday? So tomorrow would be 28. Wednesday would be 29. Thursday would be 30. So Thursday will be my 30th day of streaming in a row, boys. Thursday will be my 30th day of streaming in a row. That'll be a special show, boys. That'll be a special show. I got to think of how to make it special, but I'm going to make it special. Thursday's 30 days in a row. And like I said, I think I'm going to go past that. Why not? But yeah, shout out to John Sobriety. Congratulations, John. Keep up the hard work, brother. We support you, brother. We support you. We're rooting for you. Netflix, I can watch Whiplash? Okay. When I complete today, will be 27 days. Let's go, John. Let's go. Soda Pop says he doesn't see anything on Lando. Okay, all right. I'll do my research too. Let me. It's real simple. Does Lando follow Jason House? You know. Let's see. Lando doesn't follow Jason House. And he doesn't follow Iridium. Okay, so Lando is unconnected. Lando's unconnected with Iridium, but he has been approached for fight fixing as well. Okay, so John Perez saying, hit me up. I got a web for any movie you want to watch, something that's not on streaming. Okay, Soda Pop. I'll send you a DM then. But I can watch Whiplash on Netflix or no? I've been watching a lot of fucking Solar Opposites on Netflix recently. Oh, I was also watching Mob War. Whiplash. Oh shit, okay. Okay, got you. I got it queued up here. I'm adding it to my list now, Soda Pop. I got Whiplash. Yo, speaking of Whiplash, though, they just recommended Coach Carter. You guys seen Coach Carter? Bro, when I searched Whiplash, it literally gave all the movies we talked about last night. When I search Whiplash, it recommends Coach Carter. We didn't talk about that. We didn't also talk about 8 Mile, but those are good movies. But we mentioned Donnie Darko, and we mentioned Jarhead. Inglourious Bastards, another good one. Yeah, Whiplash on Netflix. Buckley's favorite Tubi. Soda Pop. Only fucking real Buck fans know that. I mean, me and you might be the only people in the world who know that Joaquin loves Tubi. Where did you get that from? I forgot where I heard that, but where did Joaquin say that he watches Tubi? Did he say that in one of our interviews? Do you know where you heard Joaquin say he loves Tubi? The computer is spying on you. Shit, John, I think it is. I think that's more of an explanation. Top results, my ass. Joaquin says all the best movies be on Tubi. That shit's too good. Buckley's favorite Tubi. Shout out Tubi. Bro, where is this clown, man? Harry whack. Harry is officially whack. How about that? Harry is officially whack, bro. I think he's posted about Tubi like 10 times. Bro loves fucking Tubi, bro. He loves Tubi. I don't know where I heard it from, but I remember him being like, Tubi got all the good movies. Tubi got some good movies. I got Adblock with it too, so it's really good. Yeah, I think I got Tubi on my Amazon like TV thing. We got to tell Buck about the Adblock so we don't get all the Tubi ads. 100% Jew. Or not Jew. Soda Pop. 100%. We'll tell him about the Adblock in the next interview. I'll be like, yo, you use an ad blocker or what? Ain't no way he got an ad blocker, right? He's definitely still watching it with ads. Just like I was. Definitely still watching with ads. But yeah, Harry was whacked tonight.
A lot of men, in light of the Me Too movement, how men can grow in 2018. The Me Too movement, women speaking out about sexual assault.
Because when you say Me Too, my thing is this: when somebody be like, oh, I got a Rolls Royce, I be like, Me Too. When somebody say they got a private jet, I say, I got two. Me too.
Very different Me Too.
Well, I didn't know. My Me Too movement from the beginning was whenever somebody said they got, I'd be like, me too. Somebody say they got $1 billion. I said, I made $1 billion. Me too.
And we're asking a lot.
So I'm here to say all lives matter. You know, a lot of times we get stuck. We get stuck, and we're followers. When you hear one person say, Black Lives Matters or Blue Lives Matters, all lives matters. So,
Yeah, Soda Pop. Let's give Buck that link that you gave me to stream fights. He could use it for sure. We'll hook him up. We need the news. We need fight news, you know. Joaquin probably going to step back in the cage soon. Latest February, right? He's training now. He probably wants to fight at UFC White House. Let's be real. You know, he probably definitely wants to. So latest February. Maybe Joaquin could be on the Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira card. I watched Law Abiding Citizen. How was it, Soda Pop? How was Law Abiding Citizen, bro? Tell me. How was that fucking scene where he orders his last meal, bro? We know Bucky legally streaming. Yeah, hopefully he's illegally streaming. But he's like a year or two older than me, so I don't know how tapped in he is on all that shit. Streaming is a young man's game, I feel like. But if you're also tapped in on a lot of like TV content, you just find your way eventually, you know? Ending fell flat, but the rest was really good. I know, everybody keeps talking about the ending, and low-key, for it being my favorite movie, I'm a little bit ashamed to admit, I forget the ending, bro. And I watched this shit so many times. I gotta, like, fast forward to the ending and rewatch it. But yeah, it was a good-ass movie, bro. How he killed the prison guard with, like, a spork. The Last Supper meal was crazy. All right, I'm gonna watch Whiplash. I'm gonna let you know about it tomorrow, Soda Pop. I'll be back in stream tomorrow with my Whiplash review. Shout out to everybody who watched. I told you guys, this is the 27th day of streaming. Thursday. Wait. Tomorrow will be 28. Wednesday will be 29. Yeah, Thursday will be the 30th. Tap in on Thursday, especially special show for the 30th consecutive live stream. I actually don't think he streams them. He was asking for links once, LOL. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's a couple years older than me. I don't think he streams them. The streaming is a younger generation game, in my opinion. Or, like, you know, UFC fans, they get that. It just kind of trickles down, you know? It trickles. Do I watch any Southpaw TV on YouTube? No, John. I don't watch any Southpaw TV. If I like Whiplash, I gotta watch La La Land. Okay. All right. I'm gonna watch Whiplash tonight. But let me just look up this YouTube channel real quick. Southpaw TV. I need my money, Jake. Let's go, Joaquin. Let's go. Everybody go watch Joaquin's video after this. No, I could check out his videos, though. I'll check him out. Seems like a good creator. 93K subscribers, 1.3K videos. Yeah, I'll check him out. All right, boys. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to look one more time if Harry fucking responded. No, he didn't. Bro's whack. Harry's fucking whack, bro. That was some lame ass shit. He DM'd me back an hour later than he was supposed to come on, hoping I would be off stream. That's what he did to me. He DM'd me being like, are you ready? Are you still on, bro? Hoping I'd be like, no, I'm not. Stream ended. Nah, bro. I don't fucking pull out like that, bro. I don't fucking pull out like that, bro. Man of my motherfucking word. Harry Mack, you owe me one, bro. You didn't keep your word tonight. And that's just facts, bro. That's just fucking facts. Alright, boys. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. Like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, alright? I think John already subscribed. No, John, did you subscribe, John? John, subscribe to the channel, bro. We want to follow your sober journey. Marty are already subscribed. You know? And shout out to anybody else who's new in the chat. Subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Shout out Vanessa Demopoulos and her cake. Peace out, boys.